Ladies and gentlemen, when Rigathi Gachagua was almost getting impeached, or even after the impeachment, there were very close allies of Rigathi Gachagua that were always working with him, accompanying him to rallies, and sometimes speaking on his behalf in various platforms, including the media platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, some of these allies, as we speak today, they are nowhere to be seen. What exactly could be happening that some of these leaders have parted ways with Rigathi Gachagua? Number one on the list is this: Kate Waruguru.
Mtoto wetu asiteswe, mwana wene tidere na gotie modo tari kwao. Nasema hivyo kwa sababu tukisema Rigathi ni wetu tunaitwa wakabila. Hakuna mtu ana kwao, hata Yesu kwao inajulikana ni wapi, si ni ukweli?
Kate Waruguru was a very staunch supporter of Rigathi Gachagua. But mysteriously, of late, she's missing in action. Even when Rigathi Gachagua was being welcomed at the airport, she was nowhere to be seen. That is number one. Kate Waruguru, she's one of the strongest ladies who are speaking in support of Rigathi Gachagua. Even before the impeachment, she was saying, bring it on, try. After the impeachment, Rigathi Gachagua was their party leader. What has now happened that she's nowhere to be seen? The other person, it is of course Ngunjiri. Ngunjiri, this gentleman from Nakuru, Bahati, the former Bahati member of parliament. Ngunjiri, of late, is seriously attacking Rigathi Gachagua.
You need actually to respect me on this topic about Gachagua. Because I know Gachagua myself.
I will listen.
Gachagua was not impeached. Gachagua impeached himself. I will explain why when it reaches
Really?
there. He impeached himself. Why? He became with the same level with the president. He disturbed him with the small cases.
For those who remember when Rigathi Gachagua was admitted at the Karen Hospital, Ngunjiri literally shed tears. And he was a strong supporter of Rigathi Gachagua. But later on, he turned around, he's attacking Rigathi Gachagua and Rigathi Gachagua's allies. Ladies and gentlemen, the other personality is also the former Nyeri Town MP, Gujiri Wambugu.
Me, as Gujiri Wambugu, in Jubilee will tell you, boss, that it's not going to happen. You will not be the only party in Mount Kenya region. We are not going to allow a one-party dictatorship. You are not going to bully us. I have also the right to say that.
This is a former journalist, I think. A very eloquent man. He used to accompany Rigathi Gachagua to various parts of the country, even when he was a deputy president of the country. I remember one time when Rigathi Gachagua was seen at the airport without bodyguard with his bag, Ngunjiri Wambugu was the only person by his side that I saw that was, let me say, a leader. But later on, Ngunjiri shifted from DCP, actually before DCP was launched, he went back to Jubilee. Now he's among the people who are speaking on behalf of Jubilee against Gachagua.
Is every time I have listened to DCP, DCP is just a couple of months old, talk about the foolish and stupid leaders. That's actually what he called them on record. He said that Mount Kenya leaders are going to go on record as the most foolish and stupid leaders that's ever been generated. And
Ladies and gentlemen, then as we speak today, the governors of Central Kenya, we have this one, Mutahi Kahiga. Right now, he's not speaking as much as he used to do about Rigathi Gachagua. He's not. What happened between him and Rigathi Gachagua? Or is he still with Rigathi Gachagua? Because right now he's among the happiest governors around the government. If he's with Gachagua, please let me know. Let me go to the current governors apart from Kaiga, of course. There are many other governors. None of these 10 Mount Kenya governors who have come out literally to support Gachagua. But we have had Susan Ikika, who has stated her stand categorically against Rigathi Gachagua. Others have neither spoken in support or against Rigathi Gachagua. Then I ask myself, what could be happening in the mountain region as far as Rigathi Gachagua's politics are concerned? If you check the current party of Gachagua, the DCP, it has not recruited the bigwigs of Mount Kenya on board. I only saw Maina Kamanda at some point, who is there, but nowadays is low-key. And at some point, I think some governors were associated to him, but some leaders were associated to the DCP party. Right now, I don't see so much from their side. What could be happening? Ladies and gentlemen, that is what is going to form the basis of this analysis here today. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Without much wasting of time, let me dive into this topic here today. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the support you've given me so far until the 13,000 subscription mark. Now we are heading to 15. Please make sure that you subscribe. My number is always here. For those who want to support the channel, feel free to do so. Without much wasting of time, allow me to dive into this topic here today. Ladies and gentlemen, when I look at Gachagua, I see the leader of Mount Kenya. But why is it leaders are not moving closer to him the way it's expected? William Ruto had governors, members of parliament strongly around him, especially from Mount Kenya, even before the elections, way back before the elections. But now it is so difficult for them to join Rigathi Gachagua. Number one reason on my list is this. Probably some of the leaders, they still want to work. They don't want to associate themselves into politics a lot. But I feel strongly they will make a decision towards the end and decide to join by that time. And actually, that's the nature of the Mount Kenya politics. They don't just make decisions early enough. Anne Waiguru supported Raila Amolo Odinga until when he launched a manifesto in Nakuru. And then eventually, she dumped Raila Amolo Odinga and joined the other side. That is number one. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, I also feel strongly that some leaders are afraid of joining Gachagua on the basis that they've been intimidated or they have done things they feel if they join Gachagua, the government will come for them. That is one of the things that creates fear amongst leaders. And also some of them have been trapped to an extent that they have engaged in corruption, so it is very difficult for them to decide right now and dump William Ruto and join Gachagua. But there's this clique of leaders who were with Gachagua but left him. What could be the reasons as to why they left him? Number one, it is probably the issue to do with the Mount Kenya succession politics, where some of them feel they need to stay aside first and wait and see. Are people going to Uhuru Kenyatta or Rigathi Gachagua? They want to first observe the environment and see whether the wave it's going to Gachagua's side or Uhuru Kenyatta. Secondly, it is probably the conditions for it to be in DCP, which might make it difficult for them to work. Some of them feel to be so powerful, so above than Rigathi Gachagua, and to submit to him, it's very difficult. So in a nutshell, they feel, no, we cannot do this. Ladies and gentlemen, some of them could have been even paid. Money works in the Kenyan politics, where someone is told, dump this person, join this other side. Last but not least, if you check the Jubilee Party, it has taken someone like Wambugu Wanjiri, the former Nyeri Town MP. That gentleman has simply gone back home. Meaning, there will be some rivalry in Mount Kenya as far as the Jubilee Party and DCP is concerned. But of course, the person who makes the final decision, it is the people of Mount Kenya. Which party to support. That is what I feel has resulted to some of these people not working with Rigathi Gachagua. But I feel strongly that Rigathi Gachagua needs to be very careful on these kind of moves so that he can know which move to make at what point. Because I know, despite being powerful, he needs very many good allies to help him as far as the 2027 general elections are concerned. I don't know what's your take, but feel free to share with me in the comment section on what you think. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. My name is Abel Mukwa. My number is always here. Feel free to support the channel. And please don't forget to state where you're watching my videos from. See you next time.